anyone who is watching, this is Gladys Ritterhouse. And you told me that you lived in Kansas. Is that
That's
right?
I did. I just recently moved to Phoenix. I've
Yeah.
been here. I've been here about 5 weeks now.
Yes. And what prompted you to move to Phoenix? I never did ask you that.
Well, I have I have some nieces and nephews here. I have kids in Kansas, my own children, and many of my grandkids in Kansas. But I had nieces and nephews here, and their fathers were my brothers. Their fathers are now deceased, and I just wanted to be closer to them and maybe to let my kids get to know them a little bit better. So that's
Yeah.
why.
Okay. Well, cool. And of course, you've got to go through the summer. But if you can
Well,
make it through the summer, you will enjoy the winter, I've heard.
well, I don't. So far the summer hasn't been bad. It's been about, and it's a hot summer. We've had 116 degrees here in Phoenix, and it's not been bad at all. Of course,
Wow.
I have to go out if I don't want to. I can work from home.
That's true. That is true. Definitely true. Definitely true. Okay, so that brings me to the question that I wanted to ask you. How did you get into Rodan Fields? Tell me what brought you to Rodan Fields.
Well, I was needing something to do. I was retired, and I just needed something to do. And my daughter had used Rodan. I had seen the effect it had on her face, and I said, well, I didn't want to go into. I thought about going into something selling makeup, but
Mhm.
I didn't want to. I didn't want makeup. I wanted skincare, and so I asked her to get a hold of her um, consultant for me, and I talked to her, and we looked on the website, and just decided this was for me. I hadn't ever used the product. I started using it after I got my kit. At that time, you could buy a 300 or 400 and 800 or $1,000 kit or something like that. And I jumped in and got the $1,000 kit and was ready to go. So it's very rewarding. I enjoy seeing other people have their skin change and improve.
Mhm.
Mine improved radically in the year that actually the first couple of months I used it, but then I've only been in this a year, and it really has made a big difference in my skin.
I know your before and afters are pretty amazing. They
They
really,
are.
they
They
are.
are.
And
Yeah.
listen, I had a couple of people that were very skeptical, and
Yeah.
they really thought that you had possibly doctored your photos.
I know. I know. And neither one of them were doctored. They were both uh, straight from the camera. In fact, I used the same. I used my phone for the pictures, and I was in the same room, the same lighting, everything for both pictures. Um, the only difference was I had used Rodan and Fields for a year, twice a day, every day. And
Hmm.
in fact, one of my really good friends, after I posted a before and after about 2 months after I had started using, and even then I was seeing a big difference. But when I posted the before picture, and she called me and she said, "Now I don't want to make you mad." I said, "You're not going to make me mad. We've known each other for 50 years. You're not going to make me mad." She says, "I didn't know you had so many wrinkles." And I said, "Oh, honey, I didn't know I had so many wrinkles either." It was, yes, it was a big shock to me too that my skin would improve that much. It was
Hmm.
just, it was wonderful. And
Yeah. Well, and too, I was thinking about this. I was watching something Sunday night that made me think about this. A pharmaceutical rep can represent a medication, a prescription drug, and go to doctors' offices and speak to the effectiveness of it because they have the clinical trials to talk about. And they can, you know, promote that to the doctors based on those clinical trials and based on the reputation of the company, and even not ever having tried the drug themselves. They can go and represent that, you know, based on what has happened in those trials. And it's similar here, but the best part to me is we get to use the product and experience the results.
Exactly. Exactly. I
Mm-hmm.
had thought that I was going to have my lids lifted
Mm-hmm.
because my eyelids were drooping so badly,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see it in my before pictures. It's pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to my dermatologist, it was probably 3 months after I had started using Rodan and Fields. I told him, I said, you know, I think my eyelids are starting to lift, and I'm not probably going to have anything done to them. And he said, well, they're looking good. He said, I don't think so either. But he said, I'm impressed with the neck.
Yeah.
he,
Yeah, I got
he
you.
noticed this part, the
Mm-hmm.
difference in the pictures. I showed him my picture, my
Right.
before picture, and then he could see me sitting there in his office, of course. And he said, I can't believe the neck. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now the eyes for me were very dramatic. And I
Mm-hmm.
know some people who've had the eyelid surgery because their skin had drooped so much on their upper lid that they were having trouble seeing.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, that caught my attention.
Yeah.
It really
So,
did.
yeah, I was really pleased that I had such good results.
Oh,
So,
yes, definitely. Definitely. I mean, and the thing that strikes me and the thing that I always tell people is, you know, if it didn't work, they wouldn't put their name on it.
that's true.
I
Well,
think about that a lot when you see a company that doesn't have the owner's name on it. You know, do they really believe in that product? I'm not sure how they come about deriving a name, but I think when you put your name on it, it's going to be good because you're
well,
not going to put your name on something that's not. And in the case of Dr. Rodan and Dr. Fields, they have a reputation to uphold, you know.
absolutely. Yeah. And I wouldn't have put my name on it if I didn't believe in it.
Uh,
I would say this, you need to use this if
mhm.
I thought it would help people. Now, not everyone sees the dramatic changes I did, because not everyone is as old as I am, as I was when I started using it. Because I was 78 when I started using the product, and 79 when my 1 year picture was taken in May. And I'm going to be 80 then, my next birthday in September. So I've had really remarkable results from the products. So,
Yes. Now talk about which products you use because I know there will be some people that'll be interested in that.
well, I started out with the Redefine regimen. That's what the doctors recommended for me. And then over time, I added the roller with the intensive renewing serum, and then added, I think probably next, I added the active hydration serum, because my skin is very dry, and it adds moisture to the skin without adding oils. And so that was probably the second thing I added. Then the eye creams in about that same time, and I use both. I use both the both of the eye creams, the Bright
Mm-hmm.
Eye Complex, and the what is the name of that other one?
Multifunction.
The multifunction eye cream.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Multifunction eye cream that goes around the eye,
Mm-hmm.
on the orbital bone there. Um, and I use those. And then when the dark spot corrector came out, I have some. You can still see them, dark spots here, here, some on my cheeks, but they have reduced a lot in darkness as to what
Mm-hmm.
they were from what they were when I started using it. So they have helped too. Then I also have probably about a year, well, no, about, I don't know, 6 months into using the products, I started using reverse in the mornings and redefine at night because I wanted the reverse to help with some of this discoloration. At the time, we didn't have the dark spot corrector, and I wanted it to help with that. And then I also like the 50 SPF sunscreen that is the daytime cream for that. So I use both my redefine day cream and then I put the 50 SPF over that. So,
Yes.
so I do use the products. I mean, I don't just use a regimen, but I don't use all of the products because I don't need all of the products.
Right, right. Yes. Now you told me the other night that you about the lash boost and the brow defining boost also.
The lash boost was already out when I started selling the product, and I had never seen the results of it. And I really, to be honest with you, I didn't really believe them. I had no eyelashes. My eyelashes had just almost completely disappeared. And so I thought, well, I might as well try it. And my golly, my eyelashes started growing.
It really does make them look fuller and longer, for
It
sure.
does. It does. It gives them that appearance, and it now the growth of my eyelashes or the appearance of that growth hasn't been as extreme as it is in some of the younger people because my growth hormones are not there like they used to be. So I
Right.
get the same results that someone younger does, but I know that, and that's just the way it is. And
Sure.
then when the brow defining boost came out, I'd always had to use a pencil, and I like the brow defining boost because it does help to start give the appearance of regrowth here. It's a very, very natural look.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. That lower third tends to
hmm
get sparse and blonde in my case.
Yeah. Well, mine's very gray. Imagine that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's blonde. So anyway, yeah, but yeah, my daughter is in her early 30s and hers are very blonde. And say she, she has to she uses something to darken them a little bit, to give her some color there and stuff and all that. But anyway, yeah, I was very, very pleased with that. But what would you say is the best thing about your business? Now you've been in a little bit over a year, right?
Correct. hmm
Okay. Now, what is the best thing?
Well, the very best thing of all, I would have to say, is the team, um, just the team support that you receive when you're on a Rodan Fields team. Um, you get the support of the women that are on there, and it just makes you feel so uplifted. And I had gone through a little period of depression. My counselor suggested that I find, because I had retired from a professor's job at a college, and I didn't have any, well, she used the term like-minded people to be around. And so people who were thinking on the same terms I was, whether it was college level or whether it was teaching or whatever I was doing. And this organization gives me like-minded people with whom to associate and to we talk about everything. They're my friends, and of course I have friends outside of there too, and they're close friends, but I have gained a new community with
Yeah.
my Rodan Fields, and that's really
Mhm.
probably the best thing of it. And of course I like the paycheck.
Well, yes, yes, definitely, definitely. I see. Now today is my 8th anniversary, and I'm like you. I have gained a whole new community of like-minded women that I associate with, and that we discuss business and lots of other things too. A whole new group of friends, and the income is quite helpful as well.
Right. Right.
So those are good work perks.
Yes, definitely. And then when I decided to move, I didn't have to worry about how
Hmm.
to move, what to move. All I had to do was move my phone and my computer. I mean,
Oh,
that's,
no.
I didn't have to
Hmm.
worry about anything else. I didn't have to relicense in another state, or I didn't have to do, any of those things that go along with some of the other jobs where you may work from home, but you still have things that go along with it. And this, everything just comes right along with you. So,
I know. I know. It's just a smart business in my book. It really
yeah,
is.
it
Yeah.
is. It is.
Well, I appreciate you hopping on so much, and I'll be reposting your pictures for people to see that. But I just, because I had, like I said, I had a couple of people who commented and said, "I don't believe that. I don't
I
believe
know.
the pictures," and
Um,
that's why I wanted to talk to you on camera and get your response to that.
well, there are going to be doubters about anything you do. There are going to be people who say, oh, she either doctored up the first picture or she used a filter in the second picture or whatever.
Or
But
had work,
it's what?
or had work done.
Or yeah. And no, I've never had any work done. I wouldn't mind having a little more done here. But and no, I've never had any work done. Nope.
Hmm.
It's all me.
Yep. Yeah, I know. That's me.
What you
Definitely.
see is what you get.
That's right. That is right. That is right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for hopping on and talking to me for a little while and helping me try this out.
Yeah, it was good. Glad we made it work.
Yes, we learned a new trick tonight.
Yes, we did.
And that's a good thing too, is, you can do some things that are challenging.
Yes, yes. It's definitely challenging. Some days more than others.
Keeps you, keeps you active.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good night. And it's still kind of early for you, but it's getting late for me. I'm gonna wash my face. Try to
It's
get to
almost
sleep.
8 o'clock here too. So
Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, we've had a long day. We've had our little granddaughter, and I got up early this morning, so I'm gonna hit the hay a little bit early tonight. We had a fun day though. We had a good day celebrating.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Bye.
Bye
Good to talk
bye.
to you.
Okay. Nice to talk to you.
Bye.